Yep, that's a good idea.
Start streaming.
All right.
According to this, I'm live.
Huh?
I said, according to this, I'm live.
Yep, me too.
Well,
They're probably wondering why they actually can't see us yet, though. I don't have any. I don't have any watchers as of right now.
I guess we'll wait until there's like at least one or two, at least a person on at least one of our streams, right?
Yeah. You know what drives me nuts with this? The Samsung new Samsung phone. It's got the fingerprint reader in front, and I literally, with the gel screen cover,
Yeah,
I literally
mine-
can. It doesn't work.
Mine does. Like,
Yours does?
well, I don't have a screen protector on it either.
That is crazy. It does not work when I try to do it.
Hey, now live on my channel, live with Matt and Roy, testing my IBM 5160.
Is my mic working? Can you
Yeah,
tell?
yours appears to.
I'm
Well,
gonna.
what I can do is I can. 'Cause we're still waiting on people to come in anyway.
Yeah, I'm actually trying testing my audio levels here. Testing. Can you guys hear me? I think I can turn this up a little bit. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yours sounds really good.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it as is then.
We'll leave on my.
Oh,
Well, I'm
too
testing my
much.
video.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yours sounds really good.
Okay.
I'm not. Wait, why is mine buffering? Oh, there it is.
Here we go.
Alright, do you have anybody on yours? Yours says 2 viewers. Hi,
Oh.
2 viewers.
Oh, cool. Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm here. I'm here. Don't think I'm not here. We're both here. It's Eric and I. I actually have my phone with me right now, so I'll go ahead and try to get a better angle here. See, this is the hard part. What I need to be able to do is pull this back more, but literally the stairs are there in the way.
Yeah. I mean, we can probably tilt it. Like, I don't know.
You know what? I just saw something. If it doesn't mess up your angle.
Well, I mean, I can readjust.
How's that?
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Ah, there we go. Because you guys want to be able to see us both, I think.
So what is this telling me? YouTube is not receiving enough.
You having a bandwidth issue?
I don't know. I mean, I can turn off my.
I got an idea. Hang on.
Well, no, I'm turning off my. Oh crap!
Guys, I'm still here. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere.
I may have just broke my live stream.
Uh-oh.
Wait. Oh, there we go. It reconnected.
Hey, Eric, if we can get behind. No.
I turned off my VPN. Because sometimes YouTube acts weird with my VPN. Alright, now it says my stream status is good.
Do you have an Ethernet port on yours?
Somewhere.
See if you can find your Ethernet
It's
port.
on the back.
Because Wi-Fi in my room, as I've said before, Wi-Fi in my room is sketchy at best. I have so many devices in here, it's ridiculous. Here, I'll pass it to you.
Yeah. I just want to check something here.
Actually, we'll go like this.
Okay, yeah, just leave it there. I'll get to that in a second. Try to figure out.
You know what? I might take an opportunity in a sec. Oh gosh, you guys are probably seeing my butt right now.
It's showing that it should be the right kbps.
Kind of relax here for a minute, folks. Okay. So while Eric's working on that,
This is why we start early.
yeah, technical difficulties. While Eric's working on
I gotta move your
that,
cat, scratch that.
I wanted to show you this computer because you all have been asking me for some vintage computer stuff. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't really have a lot in my collection. So Eric here was gracious enough to bring this down for me and to review. Now this is not mine. This is going back with Eric for sure.
Crap.
We're going to check it out. So what we have here is an IBM 5160.
Are you sure that's plugged in? There we go. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, it's plugged in.
And the monitor is a 5151, so this is an MDA, a monochrome monitor. And I hope you don't mind me talking about it. I'm just giving.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just trying to fix stuff
for the benefit of everybody else here. Let me try to pull. Let me see if I can pull the stream up. Okay, I've been trying to get the chat windows to work on these for you guys. I see we got 4 people here.
I might have to
says, is that an old 5150?
Oh no, here we go. This is live.
5160 actually. So this is not the original XT, but it's the one that came after that.
Okay, so I'm not in my studio mode, but I can still get my chat. I don't have to restart it.
Okay, good. He was having a little technical difficulty, and to be honest with you, he may be able to actually stream a little bit longer than I can because my stupid camera, excuse me, will not let me charge it while I'm using it. So however long my battery lasts, that's about as long as I'm going to have. I can see.
Okay, so who is that? I can't see from here.
Oh, that's you.
Well, no, the other one. No, the one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hired Gun said.
Oh, okay, Hired Gun.
XT system, my first owned computer back in the day.
So, do we want to discuss what we want to try?
Yes. Yeah. So,
all right.
This is going to be Eric's baby. I'm actually going to.
Well, I mean,
how do you want to do it?
If you want to talk more, that's fine. I'm just.
No, that's okay. Go ahead and.
All right.
Go ahead and let them know what you want to do.
So, as some of you may know, the IBM XT takes a different keyboard than the AT, even though it's the same 5-pin connector. This keyboard I have here, I got off of eBay. It was really grungy when I got it, and it's even grungier after sitting in the storage unit for 5 years.
Oh yeah, you could definitely tell.
Oh, this is a light-on keyboard.
But I'll tell you one thing that'll help, and I'll grab them real quick while we're talking about this. We did our best to try to clean this up a little bit for you guys.
All right. So this keyboard has an AT-XT switch. And I may have just hit my microphone with the keyboard. I apologize. So I was not able to find this keyboard for the longest time. It was buried in my storage unit. So I ended up ordering this off of eBay. And it came from Russia. My intent was I ordered this in December, but it didn't come in until like way later. So, what this is, now pointing at your camera, this allows me to plug any PS2 or AT keyboard into an IBM XT. But first, let's make sure that all this works.
Absolutely.
That's why we have the XT keyboard. There's no other power switch on that, right?
Nope.
Just no, I mean on the monitor, right?
No. Oh, it's I think it's powered by the computer itself.
All right. So I have not used this computer in like 5 years, and it could just blow up and format's right there behind it when it does. So, as UXW Bill would say, smoke test. Alright, it seems to be coming on. It looks like most people are going to your live stream.
I want to do a little bit of an angle just so they can see it.
Well,
can they still see yours too?
Yeah, kind of. They can't see what's on the screen, but yours actually is showing more of the screen than mine is.
Are we getting anything on the screen?
Yeah,
there?
we're getting. It's doing the the RAM count up.
I'm gonna try to zoom in here a little bit.
Probably do the same. Oh yeah, wait, why did I change screen? I can do that from here. Alright, so the hard drive does still work and it's booting into MS-DOS.
Wow.
Current date, I don't know, what is it? 08, 13?
13, I think. It's, 13, 2021.
And it is Y2K compliant. Alright, so if I recall correctly, this had had something weird on. Oh, so this has QDOS on it. What is Galaxy? Any G-Light? What is that? So right now I'm just making sure everything is working here.
Okay.
Oh, this needs. This is. Press any key to continue. This is copyrighted software. I don't know what this is. Oh, okay. This is like a file thing. File manager of some sort. So now that we know that this works, do we want to try... Oh, this is a spreadsheet. Look at that.
Oh wow, look at this. Actually think
Oh, wow, you can actually see the shadow.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn that off. I think that's
no, like,
way
here,
better.
They probably can't see it on the camera, but if you come look at this, like as I'm typing, and then it goes down the next line. Watch where the blinking cursor is.
Oh my gosh!
You
look
can,
at that.
That's how.
I love that. That's actually the phosphor. Believe it or not, that's the green phosphor that you can actually see behind there. You don't get that with modern monitors. And that's why a lot of businesses back in the day would have used something like this, because it's a lot sharp.
Yeah, like look how sharp that is. I mean, that is incredibly sharp.
That's right, because you got to remember at the time that this was made, the only other option was CGA graphics.
Yeah.
And CGA graphics were extremely primitive, and especially when it came to the text was very fuzzy. And I'm just going to, if you don't mind, I don't know if it needs to be higher or lower. I think we're overwhelming my sensor there.
Like, I haven't really messed, like I said, I haven't messed with this in a long time. I don't think anybody's actually watching my live stream. Oh, well.
Believe it or not, I actually made that, somehow I made that worse. Let's see if that does any better.
What is TC120?
How many people do we have? We have
5. So this is helical spring.
5 people right now.
Wait a minute. This program is designed to input catalog data for a desired spring and also input data for similar available spring. This is like designed to. Oh wow! This is a. So how many inches? Let's say.
So let
21
me see.
inches.
So this is this like a an old spreadsheet type program?
No. No, this is like they're looking. This is where you can input, where you can look at different types of spring material and stuff like that.
Oh wow! Look
Like
at that.
where you, it's so you can try to cross-reference for a spring of some sort. People are apparently talking directly to you. I see the red on there.
I'm checking it out right now.
I'm going to switch. I'm going to shut it off. And
you want to go with mine just for now?
well, no, I'm going to shut off the computer.
Okay, I got you.
Let's hope I don't break your table trying to stand up.
It's okay. it can take it. Hired Gun goes, love the old green phosphor. It's very rare to see that nowadays.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is this is actually not. It's funny. This one's an IBM keyboard. So unfortunately, I had a camera set up where it would have showed this, but it's not working. But all I do, plug the PS2 into there, and I'm going to have to walk around that here.
Oh, it's okay. I can do
Unless
it.
you
I
want
can
to
get
swap
it in
that out.
there for you. Sure.
And then we will plug that in, and in theory, this should work.
Okay, got the adapters. There are no weird connectors or anything.
So
All right.
plugged in.
Yep, let's give it a try.
Let's see if we get a, was it 601?
601 hour keyboard hour. I think you're right. You can tell how long it's been since I've used an XT.
This is really the first time I ever used, well, not this time, but this computer is the first time I ever used an XT.
Let's see if we can get that RAM count for everybody. There we
This has a
go.
whopping 512 kilobytes.
Oh, wow. So this doesn't even have the full 640K.
No. And we did not get a 601.
All right, so that means the keyboard is probably working.
We are starting Microsoft Disk Operating System.
Hey, Brad. Brad Smith says hi.
Hi, Brad Smith. Hi.
Now I got it. Now if we try to get it to focus on here. That's one thing with these cameras; they always take forever to focus. Here we go.
Okay, so here. All right, so here's a thing. Okay, that can be problematic.
That's a good question. A hired gun asked, "Do you have the CMOS battery pack still in there, or did you replace that?"
It's an XT.
Oh, this one doesn't have.
No.
That's right. This model doesn't have it.
Now the 51.
Some of them did.
The 5170 when it went to a. All right, so here's what I've noticed. The lock keys don't work.
Okay.
So. So now, so this has. It says QDOS. Am I to assume that's? Let me go into CD QDOS. So it does work. Oh. All right. Let me go DIR.
Now QB, that's QBasic, I think, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been years since I've used that. QBasic is like a.
It's like a basic.
It is, but it's like a. It's got a GUI to it, I think, if I'm
I
remember
don't
correctly.
think so. QD3. There's a delay when you type with it though.
Let's see what that is. So this is Q. Now you got it's. I don't think I've ever used before. What is QDOS?
I don't know. Right now it's scanning a directory. Oh.
Oh, I get it.
Okay, it's kind of like Windows 1 in a way.
It's menu based.
Yeah.
From here, you should be able to choose any of the files that are on
like
the computer. Here's your tree, the good old file tree. Shows you how many files there are in the total size. So you got 21 files, and then what is that? 516.
Oh, this has, I believe, either
bytes.
a 10 or a 20 megabyte hard drive.
Check disk it, or do you have a yeah?
Do
Do a CHKDSK.
Oh, F10 is quit.
I want to say it's probably a 10.
Alright, I don't think I have checked this one here.
Just do a DIR. That should tell you.
It tells me how many bytes are free.
Yeah.
Or how many is on it. Yeah, it's a 20.
It is a 20, yeah.
Yeah, so
There you
20 megabytes.
20 megabyte hard
Not
drive.
even not 20 gigabytes.
Yeah, we're literally talking megabytes here. Hired Gun says brings back memories of a 9600 baud modem. BBS is in the Legend of the Red Dragon.
Yeah.
You know, I think the first modem I used was a 1200, but I don't think I'd go back as far as 9600.
If I can be... This is going to sound really weird considering how into computers I am now. When I was growing up, we had a Tandy 1000.
Okay.
And I remember playing kids games on it when I was a kid, and that was about it. And then in middle school, we had the computer lab. And we had, 30 computers sharing a 36.6 modem.
Yes.
Talk about painful.
Oh my gosh.
But-
and we actually had a Tandy 1000 too. We had a 1200 HD when I was young.
Let's say it was a Tandy 1000 SL?
Okay, so you had, I think, the older model.
We had... Well, I can pull up a picture of it.
I'm trying to remember what year it was from. I think ours was from like 1985.
JK, I believe the IBM 5160 is like 4.77 megahertz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's your typical XT. And Zambi Tiber asks, how much are these old things worth? What would
A
you
lot.
say it's worth on eBay, this system? Maybe 400 or 500?
I don't know if it's worth that. Like this particular one is probably not worth that much. Yeah, 4.77 megahertz. I was already pulling up Google to look up the Tandy.
Now, here's a fun fact. I don't know if you know this. Some of the Tandys from that time period that were still technically ST or XT class systems were clocked at 7.66, and some were even at 9.66 megahertz. They actually bumped up the speed.
This is basically what we have.
Okay, that I do remember that.
Yeah.
Show that to everybody because I think they'd be interested.
This one here is basically what we had, except for we didn't have the 5 1/4 inch floppy.
Yep, and the reason behind
my love.
the speed increases, they were using different CPUs, and in some cases it was the same CPU, but they just, I think, increased the multiplier. And the reason Tandy wanted to do that is they wanted to compete not only with the new Tandy graphics that were coming out, but they also wanted to.
I know you're.
Hold on, where was I going with this? They also wanted to have a faster speed, even though back then they still weren't 100% IBM
Now,
compatible.
What we could do with this, well, we can't do it now, but I want to look inside of it. 'Cause I have not looked inside of this thing in 5 years.
Let's see what's going on here.
Oh, remember how I said should I screw down the terminals on that?
And you did.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
No, it's good that you didn't.
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So
Let me see how close I can get
somewhere.
here.
Let me run back here and do this.
Okay.
I'm going to put my phone across your mic. So, these have a crystal oscillator in them. And if this is 4.77 megahertz, the crystal oscillator would be double that.
Okay.
Whatever 4.77 times 2 is. You could actually put a faster crystal oscillator in there, and the processor may technically overclock, but then it would like overheat and I want to. So being an XT, this should be an 8088, right?
88 or 8086. It's one of the two.
Look at Milo. I don't know if Milo's visible on any of the cameras, but look at Milo. So let's unplug this. I have not actually taken this apart at all in the time that I've had it. What I'm going to do, I might actually stay seated here. I might move my... so this... Somehow, some way...
Meow. There you go. If you guys are interested in Milo, he's going to...
Oh, look! That's the part number for the speaker bracket.
If you can, try to turn it a little bit because they're not able to see
I
what
know.
you're seeing either.
I'm going to get up and move mine in a second.
Okay.
I just wanted to look at a couple of possibilities. Yeah, so this is a... You know what? I think I'm going to turn it around this way. Oh, this... So is that the ROM? So this one has an AMD 1982. Has an AMD version of the 8086. Alright, I'm going to scoot my butt across your mic again, probably.
That's
break everything.
okay. No, I don't think so. So, if I remember correctly, they were for a time actually using AMD chips.
Well, for a while, AMD was a secondary fabricator for Fab Lab for IBM.
Okay.
I don't remember the years that was. Hi, Milo. Good to see. Oh. All right. I don't know what my big idea is here. We're going to be, if I can be completely honest here.
We're just kind of winging it right now. I'm going to answer some of the chat.
Yeah. Well, why don't we? Yeah, we can answer some chat while I figure out what I'm trying to do here. We can look at...
This is a great time for y'all to get your questions in for us because he's working on that computer right now.
What I want to do is pull the cards out one by one and look at them. So I don't have a proper size socket for this.
Got 9 people here right now.
Mine probably has like 12 dislikes.
Yeah, mine usually gets a bunch too. I got 6 likes. Thank you all for doing that. Classic Mobile Home is here. And
Part of me wishes I had a chair. Oh wait, I'm disconnecting it. See, I'm so used to PCI Express and PCI, I'm taking the wrong side out.
we're like literally on our knees right now, but that's okay. We'll make it work.
Alright. So, I want to say this is a Hercules card. And I would be wrong to say that.
Oh boy, what is it?
I don't know. Doesn't say Hercules anywhere on it. It's a cystine? S-Y-S.
Cystine. Let me look that up. I've never actually heard of that before.
Oh, this is the RAM expansion board. So this has... That's weird how they did that. Yes, JK, I do remember Visa Bus, and I actually have some stuff in my truck that we might be able to do tomorrow involving VLB. Milo.
Okay, this is very interesting.
Hey,
Apparently, the Cystine card is a Hercules compatible card, but it was originally sold, from what I could tell, with the Cystine monitor.
all right. Who was the one that asked? Was it Hired Gun that asked about the clock battery?
Yes.
Hey, look. Look what's on there.
Are you serious? Oh man, I didn't even know they were using those.
At least it's a CR2032. So this one here is a. It's weird. It's a memory expansion as well as some sort of. I think that's some sort of parallel. I gotta stand up. I can't keep bending like that. And dude, my live stream is just going. Whoa! My live.
Sorry, my cat's being very naughty right now.
But let me show you something here. I don't know if we'll be able to get this on camera. This is a memory expansion board.
Oh, hang on, we're not. I gotta adjust it here.
Well, then we'll have to readjust to this.
There we
So,
go.
I don't know how much is on here, but there's 2 banks on the board. Bank 1 is populated, bank 2 is not. And then you have however much is on that.
Okay.
Like, do you see what I mean? Rather than populating the second bank on the board, they put a card in.
That's smart. Yeah. So basically, the expansion card is what's holding. So this right here is what's holding your extra memory.
Yeah, rather than going into bank 2 here.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see if we can pass that chair over so I can continue taking it apart without being on my knees.
I don't think it's good. That chair is super heavy.
All right, so we're
gonna have to make this work. Well, why don't you go ahead and flip over and you can sit down. You know what I'm saying?
We'll be all right, because then I would have to move my camera too.
Okay. We're trying to make it work, folks. I don't usually have a guest. Yeah, 2 people doing this.
This is the MFM card. I can tell already because it has the hard drive plugged into it. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. And this has AMD chips on it as well. And it's got, what's that, Zilog? The MFM card has a Zilog. Hold on, if I can. How many people from out of the country do we have?
I don't know.
Is Z80 or Z80, depending on who you talk to?
So we're going into British territory now.
Yeah. Hello, Mike Parroting on my live stream, which keeps going in and out for some reason.
Did we get you the?
Yeah, the Ethernet plugged in.
Yeah. Huh.
I don't think my my streaming settings are. Ooh, what is this? Glued in? Oh, no! I pulled out a blank plate again.
Wow.
So we actually did the reverse of what EEV blog says. Don't turn it on, take it apart. So instead we turned it on first rather than. If you ever watch that guy Retrospector, he usually, before he puts anything on there, before he turns it on, he takes it completely apart. So this one's the floppy controller. This is the one I want to check with what I have in the truck to see if we could swap it out for one that will take a 3.5.
And if you all know these old IBM XTs, they can be very, very particular with their floppy controllers. Even if you put a known good one in, if it's not the right model for that particular XT, it can give you that floppy error.
And then this is just another serial controller. So now we can actually kind of look at the board, sort of. There's the BIOS, which is on two separate chips. You have a odd and an even bank. Hello, Blake. I thought you were on the other one. I guess you're on both of ours, huh?
Oh wow! Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of dip switches. I don't know what they do. I don't know if I want to go any further, like taking the floppy drive out or anything like that. Because this is a known working system at this point. Man. But yeah, so this. Oh yeah. Do you happen to have any laptop drives handy, or like an SSD or something?
I'll have to look. I'm not sure.
You know what? I'll do something a little different though. So.
Let me see. Oh, let's see what I got.
All right, he's gonna. If not, hello BA on my account. I don't know if that's Blake Adams as well.
I do. I actually have
Okay.
but it's a SATA drive.
How big is it?
120.
All right, so this right here is 120 gigabytes. Fits very nicely in the palm of my hand. This monstrosity is a 20 megabyte hard drive. Does not fit very nicely in my hand. Like, so this is I want to say this is a Seagate. It is IBM branded. Oh, that's not you? Okay. It was just kind of weird. There was Blake Adams and then BA came up as well. But yeah, I mean, look at the size comparison here. I mean, you have these in what, up to 4 terabytes or so?
Thank you, Danny K, real quick for that $5 super chat.
Yes, thank you. So I'll take $2.50 of that right now, Matt.
Okay, here. Yeah, I got my change right up there.
Does anyone make an ISA USB? That's actually a good question. I have a Magic Google device right here. I don't know. ISA USB adapter card. Actually, they do. No, that wasn't JK. Oh, That was JK. They do actually make one, and it is $57 on eBay. I don't imagine it would be very fast though.
No, I wouldn't think so either.
Somebody on my stream was asking if anybody made an ISA to USB adapter card. They do. I did not know that until now. Thank you for making me look that up. Wow, that is some serious lag on my stream.
I don't know what's going on. Let me see if I got.
Okay, so he found one that's $39.99. Looks like the same exact one.
I'm just gonna share that with everybody. All right, Mark, thank you, Mark Covington, for the $5 super chat.
Okay, so like on the same topic of this being 120 gigs, like they make flash like compact or not compact SD cards that are 128 gigs as well. I mean, like that fits right there. Like it's crazy. Like, how much was a 20 megabyte hard drive back then? I think that was like a $1,500 to $2,000 or maybe even $3,000 option, right?
It was a substantial upgrade. Matter of fact, I could probably look that up. How's your stream doing, by the way? Are you still having lag?
It's laggy, but it's not too bad. I think I'm going to start putting this together, but I'm going to go to the other side and do that. I'm going to kind of just move my camera here and point it that way. So I won't be able to see my chat while I'm putting this away. So I can't do the knees anymore with my back.
Okay, so back in the day...
Your mic. Alright. I moved your pop filter. There we go.
Got it. I think we're good. So back in the day... I'm looking right here. Got a site called the World's Most Expensive Hard Drives.
And I don't think we need to do the adjusted for 2021 either.
No, I don't think so.
But I'm just kind of curious myself.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. I haven't seen it yet.
I don't think anybody asked about it. I mean, I can kind of see my screen from here, but unfortunately on the 17-inch... Wait, is that 17 or 15-inch? But
13.
What?
The monitor?
No, mine. Over there, but I'm just saying 1080p resolution on a screen that size. Text is kind of small from here. So anybody know what order these were in? I'm pretty sure this one was next. So Milo, you just showing off because I'm here?
Okay, so in 1983, which would have been a year after the release of the original PC, the 5161 cost $2,881. So it was almost a $3,000 upgrade, and that
for a monitor
or no, that was for the hard drive.
Oh wow!
Actually that was for, I think. Hang on.
5161
yeah.
Sounds like a monitor.
Oh, you're right. Hang on. I don't know why it's not coming up.
Maybe it's just mad that we're looking at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Red is usually pin 1, right?
Yeah, I think so. Disk storage archives.
I don't understand
why. Let me check the chat. Let me check the chat, honestly.
Somebody just did something. My computer just did something USB.
I don't know. I gotta keep an actually. Can you all still hear me? My cable's getting really stretched here. So I'm trying to look this up, and I still don't see it.
I don't know that it's a super important thing.
Yeah, if somebody knows the answer, let me know. But I honestly cannot find it.
Here, I can do this.
We got 10 watchers right now, 67 playbacks.
How much?
While he's doing that, I'll show you guys something I came across at the thrift store yesterday. TI-84 Plus has a little bit of screen damage there, but as you can see, she works just fine. These things are really sought after right now, especially with back to school. Picked this up for a whopping $3.98, and I think it was on discount day, so I think it was even less than that.
All right, so in 1982 or 1983, when this was made, I would have been $1,595.
$1,500 upgrade for that hard drive, and the TI-84 Plus Silver Edition.
I can't read that chat on my screen. Somebody did chat. I apologize, but I can't see that far.
These are still selling for about $50 to $60 on eBay. So if you all are at your local thrift stores, check out some of these TI-84 Plus Silver Editions. If they're cheap enough, could be an easy $40, $50 profit there. This one I'll probably sell. But definitely something you want.
A couple minutes we can see if this computer still works.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
that's right.
I hate to ask you, would you be able to see what that question was on my live stream?
I will try. I'm crawling around to do it.
If not, I can get it in a minute.
How about a serial port to USB dongle? Now that I know they do.
Yeah, those exist. They actually do it both ways. Well, I think I'm probably going to end up doing that, and I guess if this goes. Doing is taking the live stream down and taking the recording that I have in from OBS and just uploading it separately.
Okay, because it's still laggy.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you're plugged in, you're wired in. Huh.
I think it has something to do with my OBS settings.
Okay, yeah, that could be.
If I can be perfectly honest. All right, so I'm going to take the original XT keyboard and plug it in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check to make sure the computer still works after we take that far apart. Because, oh wow, they made sure that cable was just short enough.
I'm going to do this for you, Mark. So Mark was saying that $3,000 sounds like a lot of money for an upgrade. It is. So in 1983 dollars, $3,000 counting for inflation today is roughly equivalent to $8,374. So basically, it's like having to pay almost $8,500 just for a hard drive. And was that the price? Just
no, the hard drive was like $1,600.
Okay, I'm sorry. So that was for the whole computer. So basically, a $3,000 computer back then, in today's money, is we'll say after tax, more like $8,500. A lot of money.
In other words, that's a good used car.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm on this side now. Hi. And
we can go ahead and reorientate you there. There we go. Now they can see everything.
I did it dumb. Alright, so welcome to my lair.
Welcome to Edic's lair. And believe it or not, we're actually doing okay battery-wise. I'm really surprised.
All right, so who wants to know? Who wants to guess whether this still works? Click.
Well, I hope. Can you turn the monitor just a little bit?
I
No,
am limited by the cable here.
Okay.
All right, so I do see green on the screen, so that's good.
I do too. Yep. I mean,
What's weird is our cameras are not that far apart, and they're very similar monitors or very similar cameras.
yes.
But look at like my screen versus yours. Like yours is much brighter. If that makes sense.
It might just be the CMOS sensor
Yeah.
in my camcorder because you're using a Canon, right?
No, I'm using the Sony.
Oh, yours is a Sony too?
Yeah.
Mine's just a slightly different
Hey, look.
model.
Milo, that's a box. I know you want to sit in that box.
Guess what, folks? We didn't mess it up.
I haven't been looking.
It's running. It is definitely running.
Now, bear in mind, I can't really see what's going on. I'm just looking at the reflection in the camera. But that should have been the DIRW. So, what else do we want to try to do?
I don't know.
Everything else is downstairs in my truck.
Do you have any games on that computer that you know of? Anything
What do you
like
like?
that?
What do you like? What them like 8-year-old kids like? Got any games on your phone?
I love games. You kidding?
No, I don't have any games on here.
Oh, dang it.
No, but you don't have kids. Got any games on your phone?
No. Man. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you... So now we've kind of exhausted this. Why don't we break that down? Do you want to bring something else up real quick? Surprise everybody? How do you want to do it?
I don't know. Like, there's a lot of steps and like 3,000 degrees outside.
So we may wind up... So what he's saying is we may wind up bringing more of his stuff in tomorrow.
Do you want to see if that laptop works?
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So let me try.
And the good news
Get
is the
in
microphone will work for about 300 feet away from it.
Oh yeah.
So you should be good to go downstairs and not have to.
Okay. So you guys won't be able to hear me because I'm not as. Hang on. Let me try to move this.
My stream will be able to hear him.
So I bought a laptop at the thrift store earlier, and we've been trying to get it to work. Let me just grab it real quick because I don't want to spill the beans. Hang on, be right back.
If it works, it's a really nice setup. Well, a pretty decent one at least.
For those of you that are with Eric's live stream, still here.
So on the back of this, it says IBM, R-Monk, New York, UL listed, EDP equipment, SEC AN09 SA5160, copyright rated code, blah blah blah, 1980, blah blah blah. But it might help to unplug the keyboard if I'm going to wrap it up.
Yeah, I think that would definitely help.
Did you know electronics work better when they're plugged in?
I did know that. Yes, I did, actually. Okay, folks, so
Oh yeah, I forgot we had it apart.
we had this thing apart. You can see literally the bottom of the laptop here, and I'll show it to Eric's viewers too real quick. Actually, is your stream? Oh, your stream's still
Mine's got lag, but you can see
laggy.
you can see it in the camera.
So I picked this up. You can literally see for what, $20. I don't think the camera's going to make that out, but it's a ThinkPad. It's a Lenovo ThinkPad, and you can see how nice it really is. It's a Core i3. It's got, as Eric pointed out, it's got the weirdest trackpad. If you look real close, let me try to get a good angle here. You can see the whole trackpad itself pushes down when you push on it. It has the good old IBM track point, which they've had for years now. So I will tell you that it came with Windows 8 originally. You see that there. I've unplugged the CMOS battery, and I went ahead and swapped the RAM sticks out. I will tell you that I did try to power it on, and I wasn't getting anything. Like literally, you would see the red light come on. There was a red light up here, and then there was a red light over here, and then that was it. So what I'm going to do, I've let it sit for a while. You can do what's called a power drain, and you can go ahead, and the way you do this is you pull all power off. You pull the regular laptop battery off, and then you pull the CMOS battery off if you can. You go ahead and you push and hold the power button, which is right here, for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then you literally just let it sit for about 2 hours, and we have actually done that. So what I'm going to do now, do you want to get over to the other side?
Yeah, I was going to try to readjust my
okay.
camera.
Yeah, go ahead. If you can get over there without hitting that, I know. It's really precarious. Okay.
And yet we got a lot more room than we used to film.
So what I'm going to do here, hopefully everybody can make that out. I'm going to go ahead and plug the CMOS battery back in. I'm going to have to lay it down, I think, to do that, though. My goodness, I don't have a lot of light here, so... Oh, thank you. I think we're back in, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I got the CMOS battery plugged in. The next thing I am going to do, I'm going to keep the battery out here.
Can it play Doom? Probably not.
And I'm going to go ahead and set it up here so y'all can kind of see it.
And my stream can see it. I just kicked my tripod, but oh well.
Okay, there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and plug the AC adapter in. Luckily, it didn't come with one, but I had an extra one lying around. Let me go ahead and see if I got, yep, I got an extra plug sitting right here. Okay. And this has one of those really weird, you call this like a USB style connector,
yeah,
right?
it looks like a USB, but it's definitely not.
It's something really strange.
It's got a barrel connector in it. Like
plugs right into the side here like that. And as you may or may not be able to see, it immediately when I plugged it in, I had a blinking light right there. So let's see. Let's go for broke.
but
I'm going to adjust this.
That one might play Doom.
Let's see. Am I getting... Okay, yeah, you could see it too. Let's go for broke. Let's see if we get anything. I'm going to push power
Red light
button.
just came on brighter.
Okay, the red light is on.
I'm not seeing a dang old thing.
And I'm not seeing anything on the screen, though. Let me see if we're getting... See what we got going on here. Okay, so the fan, if you look on the bottom here, the fan is not spitting up either. This was actually really dirty. I had to clean this. And... so we're not getting power at all to at least part of the motherboard. That is very typical with these Lenovo's. I've had quite a few of these where the motherboard dies, but I'm not going to give up on it just yet.
I wish I had my my multimeter with me, so we could try to probe some of it.
Actually, I do have mine, I think, sitting up there. Now, that's interesting. When I pushed and held the power button, that red light blinked.
That's what I was telling you downstairs.
Yeah, that's kind of odd.
That's what made me think that it was starting to work.
Okay, so what I'm going to do,
of course,
I'm going to go ahead and do what we're supposed to do. Theoretically, I'm going to go ahead and pull the memory out, and if Eric doesn't mind, actually...
Yeah, you can use my stuff.
You know what, though? Let me see if we have the right... I'm actually going to sit for a minute, folks.
I know you can't see me on any of these streams, but I'm sitting here on the steps.
Eric's up here. Can you see? Oh, yeah, you can see what I'm doing here. Let's see if we can get the right tool here. I'm not actually used to using his stuff, so let me push this chair down a little bit. There you go.
You got all the bits right there for you. One of the things I was thinking of doing is taking that apart, see what they used inside of it, that adapter.
Oh, yeah? Wow. If you can do me a favor, Eric, see what people are chatting over there, because now I can't read it.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you get up
You know what?
there.
You know what I can do from here?
What?
I can pull up your stream.
Oh, that's right. We're tired, folks. Eric literally drove from his house where in southern Jersey, and I was out handing out flyers today.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Okay.
All right. So,
How
how possible is it to find old Tandy equipment included in handheld? Probably terrible.
I'm going to
probably
remove
not
the
easy
hard
at all.
drive here. I know they're going to ask me this. So the hard drive is... Where is it on here? It's a 500 gig SATA drive.
I was right.
Eric was right. He said 500 gigs.
Oh, I said 500 or 1 terabyte. All right, let me go up here. Hired gun. Yeah, we already addressed that. Chris Garrett, hello. I'm sorry that was almost an hour ago. Actually, over an hour ago.
So what I'm doing right now, this is kind of what you're supposed to do when you troubleshoot. You want to remove anything that could be a culprit. So I remove the memory, I remove the hard drive, and let me see what else we have in here. I may actually pull the CPU out if need be, but honestly, I still think the problem is going to be the motherboard. And now that I'm looking closer here, unless that's something from when I left it on the counter before, I can actually see some residue there. I don't know if that'll come out on camera, but there's like a sticky
I don't remember seeing that at all.
residue there. That could have been from, you know what, I was eating honey earlier. I'll bet you that's what that is. Okay, so I'm going to let Eric type in some of the questions, if you don't mind.
Type it in. What? Type in what? Wait, what? I'm reading chat.
Oh, no, that's okay. So what I'm going to do at this point, let me go ahead and pull...
Mark, to answer, I think this one came out in like 52, or 50, in like 82, 83. So I know the original 5150 was 81, and this is the second one.
Plugging in the laptop again. I'm going to go ahead and open the screen up. I'm just going to see what happens when I power it.
Oh, you know why that light didn't,
memory.
That light didn't light up the first time we plugged it in because the battery's not in.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And we are still not getting anything.
And I'm having so many problems with OBS Studio just disconnecting on mine for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm going to have to do what I was saying I was going to do.
What?
Re-upload it later as a
video? Okay. Yeah, I'm recording mine too, so if you guys want to see this later on, I may redo mine that way as well. I don't know what's going on with that. I can, because we're plugged in.
Sammy Tabir? Can we see more of the cats? LOL.
Okay.
If there was one nearby, I would grab it, but, you know.
Alright, so we've pretty much ruled out the memory, the hard drive being the culprit in here. What I may do real quick, if I have the right, and I do have his iFixit tool here, and I don't usually like doing this, but since there's a chance, since we're going for broke anyway with this, I'm going to take the CPU out. I'm going to take the CPU out real quick and just see if maybe the thermal paste had degraded and maybe the CPU, even more than that, possibly the CPU may not be socketed properly anymore.
That could be as well. Brad Smith made a good point. Where'd it go? They make cards you run CF cards on older computers. Yeah, there is an XT to IDE card out there, as well as an XT to IDE that already has the compact flash adapter in it.
Yes.
Or I think that was just called IDE to CF or something like that.
I actually shared that on my channel, so I don't. If you're on mine, you can look at the chats earlier on, and there's actually a link to it. I can't remember what it was called.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So Brad was talking to Mark on that one. He was asking this, or he said, "Have you ever tried flea markets?" But he was asking Mark. Matt actually likes going to a flea market near my house, the Newcastle Farmers Market.
Oh yeah.
Like, whereas me, it's like I've been, I live there, so.
He's kind of flea marketed out at times.
Well, I don't like large crowds. Like, even though I have a YouTube channel, I'm very introverted.
I am too, folks. That's why you've never seen me do like a meetup, because I get very, very nervous in large crowds.
Like, it's funny, when we went to Niagara Falls, which I apologize, I did not do any video up there, but frankly, that was a family vacation. So, sorry. But there was a lookout point where you could see it better, since you can't go to the Canada side. But there were like 500 people waiting, and I'm like...
Okay, so this is the CPU cooler in a laptop. Have you ever seen one? This is the heat sink.
Wait a minute.
And this actually has a bar that goes here.
As a heat
and this
pipe.
kind of acts like a radiator, a rudimentary one, if that. So I could tell the fan is spinning properly. And believe it or not, the thermal paste actually looks to be in good shape.
Looking at that cold plate, I see a second pad on it. Does that have discrete graphics, or is that cooling the chipset?
No, that might be right. I think that is a discrete graphics, because you can see a little chip.
Oh no, that's VRM.
That's VRM?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's doing the VRM. Okay.
I wasn't sure. Okay, so at this point, what I'm going to do, and I'll show your folks that too. I'm going to go ahead and pull the CPU out real quick. If that's, hopefully, I can't tell if it's spinning. That's a different...
I think that's a cam lock.
That's a Torx. I don't know. Do you have one of those in here?
I've got them. So...
I'm going to do my best not to lose your bits, I promise, Eric.
I will do my best not to butcher people's names. Gareth Bolton says, "Good evening. I think Linux would be perfect to run on that laptop." I would agree, but I also like Linux.
It's not a T7. I'm going through all the Torx bits here, by the way, folks. I'm not sure what it is. It is a T8. That's the verdict.
I personally am a big fan of Linux. I think I would have less problems right now if I was running Linux on my straight. Yeah, that was a cam lock.
So I've never done it. So basically, you just turn that and you pull up.
Yeah.
You pull straight up, right?
Pretty much.
Okay. So there is the CPU. I could tell you it's some form of mobile i3. Give you guys a really good look at that. And literally, all I'm going to do here is reseat it, because it could be that the CPU itself just needs to be reseated in there. And I hope I can do this without bending the pins.
Yeah, like it could have been dropped, and then...
Okay. And I'm going to turn it again, it's about a half a turn, I would say. And then that locks the CPU. Once you turn it about halfway, and that locks the CPU back into the socket right there. I'm hoping you guys can see this good. I'm doing the best I can. Hey, Eric, do me a quick favor. Can you zoom in a little bit on mine? Let me see.
Yeah, I'll do yours first and then mine. Yours has more people than mine does.
Let me see. Pull it up a little bit. That, perfect. Okay. So what I've done, again, I removed the CPU, put it back in. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the other bit back in there. Now I got to put this whole mess back in.
See, I got to be honest. I'd probably leave that out to try it, but I'm also... I don't know if I'd say if I'm brave or if I'm stupid. Probably a little bit of both.
Well, since we're going for broke, I might as well go ahead and put it back together. I'm actually going to go back out just a tad. And since we're doing this anyway, I am going to replace the thermal paste, because it's always a good idea, folks, when you're changing out components like that. it's always a good idea to replace the thermal compound. The only thing you need for that is IPA. Now, I grabbed 70%, which should be sufficient for this, I hope. Let's see.
But will it play Crisis?
I don't know why I use, yeah, right. And I don't know why I use tissues to do this, probably just because that's literally what I have on me right now. So I'm wiping the thermal compound off of there. Now I got to wipe it off the CPU cooler itself.
So, interesting factoid. Or
No,
trivia,
I'm
whatever you
sorry,
want to call
I
it.
need to do that.
Did you notice anything odd
About this
about the
particular...
processor?
The one thing that stood out to me, honestly, was the fact that it looks like it has a chip on top as well as on the bottom.
Okay, that's not what I was talking about. But, I see somebody...
Incidentally, a lot of people are asking me, I use the Protronix series thermal paste right there. I'll give you guys a close
And Hired Gun
there.
says it may not initialize without the SODIMM in there. I mean, we could try putting that back in as well, but...
We can. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to probably do is try another stick of RAM anyway, because I do have it.
My question about
Go ahead.
did you notice anything different? Think back to the last i3 process. Actually, I think you said you had an i5 out of the board recently.
Yes.
Did you notice that that was an LGA, whereas that's a PGA?
No.
The mobile chips are pin grid array.
Oh, see, you know more about laptops than I do. See, I never knew that. See, I primarily work with desktops.
Well, no, I did when I upgraded that HP, that giant HP that I had last time I was here.
Mm-hmm.
When I upgraded that one to an i7, I'm like, oh wait, so the mobile chips are, yeah, the mobile chips are.
This is not going to work.
So,
Incidentally, I'm looking for a spludger tool real quick so I can apply the thermal paste. I know it's always good to be prepared, right?
so Mark Covington is asking, what's the difference between thermal compound and thermal paste? My thinking is just different dialect. They're the same thing.
Yeah, as far as I know, they're exactly the same.
Now there is a thermal adhesive that like your phones and stuff use, where it's a thermal paste, but it literally glues two pieces together.
I will be back out in a minute. I'm trying to just let him know I'm trying to find something to apply it with here.
But yeah, Hired Gun, that is always a good idea. Hey, while you're in there, or do you want to look for a different RAM stick too?
Yep, got you covered.
Yeah. I figured I'd just ask.
Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? I have this really crappy pair of tweezers that do nothing. They're like literally Dollar Tree tweezers. That's what I'm going to use to apply the thermal compound.
Yeah.
So first thing you want to do with thermal compound, of course, is stir it up because it does tend to separate a little bit. It's
Unless you
actually
have it in a
silver.
syringe.
And there's silver. There's actual silver in this.
In some of them.
And
In something maybe like an Arctic Silver by.
And I got to be very, very careful because I tend to get overzealous with this. And Eric, you can chime in here if you want because I don't do a lot with laptops.
I don't do much with laptops.
Do you think
either.
that's enough?
That's probably fine.
That's probably fine. Okay, put that.
See,
to the side.
I don't really do much with laptops at all.
Now, putting this back in may not be the easiest thing in the world. I noticed that I had to angle it a little bit like this, if you will. So I'm going to give that a try. That's how I had to take it out.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Well, it went in easier than it came out.
Yeah, I was being a smart ass when you said, if you will, I'm like, and I won't.
That's okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and screw this all
Ooh,
back
I got my back to
down.
move. That's good.
And I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, this is the first time that I have ever done this with a laptop. I avoid doing laptops like the plague. I dislike it immensely.
I've only ever done it once.
And, wow. I'm noticing some of the screws did not actually come out. I wonder why that is.
So your computer over there that has the hard drive toaster.
Yes.
I noticed that's an i7. I feel like I've seen this computer on the video before.
You probably have. I think that is a second gen as far as I know.
Okay.
I think that's a second gen i7. 16 gigs of RAM. I could, yep, 16 gigs of RAM, and I think I just have a, no, you know what? I'm not exactly sure what video card that is, because I was going to say it was a Radeon HD 8490 or an R7 240, because they're basically the same card, but I don't think that's what's in that.
Rick Lake is what I'm looking at mine.
A lot of screws here, folks.
Hello, Matt and Eric. Hello, Rick Lake.
Hey, Rick, how you doing?
I was able to see you pop up over there, but I was sitting over here on the steps. I couldn't. My screen's all the way over there. And somebody else commented here. I am not even going to try. Oh, this is my new name. Diadem is fading you away.
Okay. What am I doing here? Dang it. Okay. Well, that's not it.
So how are you doing today, Rick Lake? I can kind of see you from here. It's a 17-inch screen, but it's 1080p and it's like 20 feet away.
You guys could ignore me for a few minutes. I'm literally trying to figure out why I have extra screws.
I'm doing good, he says. That's good.
Oh, duh. I'm looking at this. Right? And I have these 4 extra screws. And I'm thinking, it's for the hard drive.
It's like,
It's the dang hard drive screws.
Wait, did you put the CPU back in?
Yes.
Well,
So
what's that one right there?
Oh, I was just going to show them what a desktop CPU looks like.
I was being smart ass.
I know. So, laptop, desktop. All right, so that's all together. Now, what I'm going to do, I brought it out, unless this is the wrong memory.
Well,
No,
it
this
says
should
DDR3
work.
on it.
These are 2 gig sticks, but for testing purposes, these will work fine.
Well, actually, if 4 gigs was going to be fine, doing 2 gig sticks would be better because you'd be running in dual channel.
That's right. Let me see it. Thank you for reminding me about that. So let's see if I have 2 matching sticks.
And Milo's in here being all wacko.
Yeah, he usually is.
It's a shame you won't let me
Oh, watch that with him.
It's a shame you won't let me pick you up.
9, 10, 9, 11, 9. Well, I don't have anything that's exact.
Hey, right now,
But these are darn close. And what I'm looking at is latency more than anything. So 9, 11, 9, 10, 9, 10. We're going to go with these 2. These are close enough. We got a 9, 10, and an 11, 11 latency. So let's give it a try with these. I'm going to go ahead and put these 2 in here.
What's up, Milo?
And Eric's going to play with the cat a little bit. Okay, so thermal compound reapplied, CPU reinserted, memory sticks installed, and we're going to go for broke here. If this doesn't work, then I am going to say it's probably just a bad motherboard at that point.
What usually fails on them? Because I'm not really familiar with these ones.
So with these, it's kind of a cooling issue.
Like the VGA chips fail.
Yeah, if you noticed when I was doing this, you could see the fan here. There are too many louvers here, and when I first got this was encrusted with dust. And I mean, this was really encrusted with dust. And what happens is the laptop will literally cook itself because people don't think to clean them properly.
I need to take that apart and clean it because I use that every day.
Okay. Okay, so I got 3 blinks. I'm going to go ahead and just power it on and see if we get anything. And the fan is still not spinning up, so I'm not very hopeful, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And you'll have to tell me if anything comes on the screen because I can't really see
Oh wait,
anything.
hold on. I see chats.
I
would try one stick first, what Higher Gun says.
I'll do that in a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Look at me, folks. I'm telling you, every time I work with thermal paste, this is a problem.
I mean, I know it's technically more expensive that way, but that's one of the reasons I usually go with the syringes too.
You want to know something funny? You're not talking about the thermal compound.
Yeah.
Oh. I had an applier for it, but I lost it somehow.
I remember. Do you remember a website called? I think at one point it went down to geeks.com, but it used to be called compgeeks.com.
Mm-hmm. It rings a bell to me. Yeah.
They I bought a giant, probably like a 2-pound tub of thermal paste from them. And
Are you serious? 2 pounds.
It looked like a tub of like axle grease. You know, like.
Yes.
And it came with the applicator and all that, but look at Milo here. I apparently I did something that he likes.
Oh, he's a sweetheart. I wish you guys could see Milo. He's being so nice to Eric right now.
I did just scratch him like right above the tail, and then like he dug his face into the.
Oh man, I got to show this to you. Let me see if I can do it without losing the stream.
You can do mine too, right?
Here, Eric. There we go. Lean back a little bit. There we go. Check Milo out. Isn't he too cute, this cat?
Do you want to do mine too?
Oh yeah. Hang on. Let me turn yours around.
Mine is probably tight. You gotta use this one on the left here.
I got it. Yeah.
Well, I'm going by the screen at this point because.
I gotta back you up, Ella. There we go. Isn't he too cute for school, Milo? Yours actually is coming out better than mine right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn mine back around so you guys can see me.
Yeah, you can probably do the same on mine.
Rather see my ugly mug.
Other way.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. You got it?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, all right. Little diversion there, folks.
Sorry.
Okay, so where was I at here? I did the memory, did the CPU. Gonna try another stick of RAM and we'll plug it back in. And let's see what happens.
Your attention up. We're kind of a chunky boy, but that's all right.
Now that's funny because I do hear a fan, not necessarily the CPU fan, but I hear a fan. I don't know what fan it is though, but we are still definitely not getting anything on the screen. And I'm not really that bummed out about it because honestly for the $20 I paid for it, the hard drive and the stick of memory we just figured out covered that cost. But of course it would have been nice to have a working laptop.
And Mark Covenant says, hello, Milo.
I'm not sure I want to quite give up on it yet. What do you think, folks? Is there anybody in the chats, anybody that maybe works with these laptops more than I do that might be able to shed some light on what the problem is? IBM ThinkPad, power's on, but no CPU fan action and no post. And I'm getting these two lights. I got a light here and then a light up there coming on.
I think the light on the lid is probably just a redundant one of that one.
So it's literally a power light, but that's probably all it does.
Do you want to try putting the battery in?
Just thinking that.
I don't know if these modern ones are like that, because I know the older ones.
And I actually have a friend, he's not going to be watching this because he's not really into social media or anything. I have a friend that loves working in laptops, so this might actually be going to him. So let's go for broke here. Let's put the battery in. The battery should have some of a charge because I did have it plugged in. Let's see. Oh yeah. And I am still not getting anything from the...
Now, didn't you say that when you...
Let me see if they're getting power here. See, we're not even getting power to the optical drive right now. So that's telling me that our problem is definitely on the motherboard somewhere.
Yeah, Brad, we're thinking it's probably a motherboard problem.
Yeah. And to be brutally honest with you folks, this is above my pay grade. I can take it apart.
Yeah, my new name, I don't know that anybody really thought you meant that malicious, or else I probably would have put you in timeout. Unless somebody else did, which I didn't know about.
Okay. Well, it's a shame too, because this actually has...
What do you mean does it have a recovery bottom? Do you mean like a recovery partition?
It actually does have a M.2 or an M SATA slot in there too, which would have been nice because I actually have a hard drive that can go into there. Let me know in the comments, y'all. Let me know what you think could be the problem with this. I'm very curious to see who might be able to shed some light on what this is. Once again, give you guys a model number. It's model...
Even I didn't know that.
Wait a minute. Where is it here? I don't know. Product number? No.
And Milo is knocking into my tripod, but whatever.
He does that all the time. I'm going to say this has got to be here. It's PF-027F52. It's from 2014, so it's a little bit older than I thought. You know what?
Oh, a tiny button to start recovery mode. Are there any like little buttons, like reset buttons or anywhere in that?
Is that what somebody was asking?
Yeah.
Not that I can see, unless it's under. It could be under the motherboard. You know. I don't know how far I want to take it apart. Mainly. Oh wow! Look at this.
What's that?
This actually has a. Is that what I think it is? Yeah. This must have been used in like a. Maybe this was sold with a. Like from Verizon or something. Because if you look back here. It has a SIM card slot, a 3 or 4G slot in it too. So this was probably sold. This was probably sold as a.
As like a mobile workstation.
Yeah, like a mobile workstation. You know what I'm going to do? Because to be perfectly honest with you, folks, this is again beyond my pay grade.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead.
They said it might be next to the power jack or the power button. There's definitely none near the power button from what I saw.
What is that?
And Robert Jones, you can't really see enough of the board to see if there's any puffy capacitors, but they're most likely going to be like.
There is something. Where did your tool right there?
But they're going to be
something here. I don't know if this is just a cover.
But most of the.
What is this?
Most of the capacitors are probably going to be an SMD style.
Oh, that's weird. It's got like this, you know what? That might be a button. No. It had a cover on it, and then there was like this little, I don't even know what to call it. No, all that is, I think, is just something to lay the end of the cable on. I'm not seeing any like reset buttons or anything like that. I'm looking too.
It's most likely going to go to your friend.
There's a cover here right next to where you plug in that weird connector here. And underneath here is literally just a piece of plastic. So all I think this is a place for you to put the power cable.
Yeah.
Just so it doesn't, bend. Because if, for whatever reason, when they manufactured it, if they put a little bit of a slit here. So if you were to plug that in, and it didn't have that, then this would flex too much and probably break the cable.
But yeah, Chris, that's what I know. A lot of the I've seen a lot of the Dells that had the SIM card slot. A lot of the Dell business class ones.
So once again, what I'm going to do, just to reiterate for those that missed it, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to pull the hard drive because I can use the hard drive, and I'm going to pull the memory out. And my buddy, he has his own stuff that he likes to put in him, so I will keep the cage though. As a matter of fact, I'll have to go get a bag to put all the screws in.
Yeah.
and I'll give it to him as a bare bones system, and we'll do a trade. So that's one thing when you're buying these these systems at thrift stores. You take your chances. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. And I'll be honest with you, this is why I don't like laptops. I lose on laptops more than I've ever won. I think in my lifetime, I've probably lost more money with laptops than I have with any other type of material. Isn't that weird? It was like glued to the bottom of that drive. Isn't that bizarre? But what I'm going to do...
You didn't happen to take those as to what i3 that was when you had it out, did you?
I didn't, but I can tell you right off the bat, because it's a 2014. It's going to be a 4th gen, more likely than not. And the reason I can tell you that is that's the i7 that's in my XPS 8700.
That's weird, Chris Garrett, because I had a Dell. What was that giant one? Inspiron I had? I mean, I still have it.
Yes. You're talking about the...
like that giant, like gray and gray.
Oh, no. You're talking about the laptop or the desktop?
The laptop.
Oh, yeah, the old gaming one.
Well, no, it wasn't a gaming one. It was a business class one because it had... No, that one only had onboard graphics. But it had an M.2 slot, or not M.2, an M-SATA slot. But you couldn't boot off of it.
What I'm going to do, actually, I take that back. What I'll do, because I want him to be able to actually use it, I'm going to put in the 2 gig sticks of memory, because I'll probably never use those. Knowing that he'll upgrade it himself. But
and then tomorrow you'll find a computer it needs.
I know. That's always the way it is. Well, that's what happens, folks. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. How in the world does that go back in?
I don't know what's going on with OBS on my computer. And it says there's 4 people watching. Hello, 4 people watching.
We got 20 people on my stream right now. I'm gonna go ahead and screw this all back up.
And now 3 people. Because I think it has something to do with my settings on OBS. I don't think it has anything to do with your internet.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so either. Well, it could though, because when I think about it, that's just a dummy switch. I've been meaning to upgrade that. I just have not had the chance to.
Oh, you have 2 of those Sonos speakers.
Which one? Oh yeah. I got to show that to you later. Those work in stereo.
Yeah.
When they work, though, I'll tell you right now. They're older ones that I got at the thrift store, and the Sonos.
Push that down.
Huh? Oh, thanks. The Sonos ones are not working as well as they used to.
The Sonos ones, they also aren't supporting. Like the older ones, they have basically crippled them.
Yep, exactly. Oh,
Robert Jones wants to know how much for another motherboard for this laptop. I don't know. They usually go for like what, $100 usually.
Yeah, and the worst part is they're not usually worth doing either. Yeah. Did you see what I did with the CMOS battery?
I did not.
Tell me I didn't. Well, you know what? It's not that important because it's probably gonna. Guess what? Fell on the floor.
So those cables there, the one that's sitting on your bed now, I got that in a 5-pack from Amazon.
You want to show that to him? You can show it on yours too. If you want.
I don't even know what brand they are. I don't remember. But I've been having problems with Android Auto in my truck. Like, no matter what cables I was using, it wouldn't... Like, you'd hit a bump and it would just disconnect. And these I got mainly for the trip, just so we could charge everything. And they've been working pretty good. I don't know what brand they are. Okay, hold on. I can't read that far. What's the little man's name that turns on the refrigerator light when you open it? I think his name is Harold, right?
I always think of like Prince Albert. You ever heard of that Prince Albert in a
It might be
can? I could be wrong.
It might be Prince Albert. I am really sorry to the 3 people that are watching my stream, as I keep seeing the circle
It keeps
like
buffering.
every like 30 or 40 seconds. I'm sorry. I will be re-uploading this later as a channel video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brad Smith, I got an Asus laptop a couple weeks ago. I think it's a 5th gen i3. 2 numbers start with a 50, probably. I think they only had the 5th gen in laptops, right? Because I'm pretty sure technically it went to...
I am not 100% sure on that one. That might be another one for Google, folks.
Yeah, I think I'm going to Google that.
So I don't remember off the top of my head. We got 18 watchers. I know you guys like me to call out how many people are watching the stream, so gotta remember to do that every once in a while.
5th generation.
Thermal paste is like the worst
No.
thing to get on your fingers. It doesn't want to come off.
Yeah, 2014 was 5th gen as well.
That was one of the crossover years. That's
Okay,
right.
see, they were mostly into Xenon. Or Xeon. I don't know why I always try to say Xenon. It's Xeon.
I remember Xeno Warrior Princess.
Okay,
Thermal compound gets everywhere. Like, it's literally all over this table right now. I'm going to try to put all these back to the way he had them.
yeah, I think Xena is the reason that Lucy Lawless was like most men our age's crush for the longest time. If you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
And Chris Garrett retracted the message. Okay.
I think I actually got that back in right. All right, folks. Well, this one was kind of a fail. I wish I had more knowledge when it comes to like repairing laptop motherboards, but that's kind of like a specialty.
Hey, we could take it to Louis Rossman.
Who?
Louis Rossman.
I'm not sure who that is.
If you go on YouTube, lately he mainly does like kind of almost political rants, but like he has a shop in New York City where he repairs Mac, a lot of the Mac failures.
Yes. I don't know if he'd be. I don't know if I'm up for that kind of trip, and I just don't think it would be worth going up there to. Eric's being facetious if you haven't figured it out yet, because it wouldn't be worth the gas to go up there to get an i3 fixed.
His shop is like, I don't know,
try.
His shop is like 2.5 hours from me, maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe 2.5. So then you add on the 5 hours to here, yeah, not worth the gas.
No, it would cost so much. I gotta find a baggie. I'm just gonna try to find a baggie, folks, because if I don't do it now, these things will get lost.
Good, I am beat.
I should bring them up with me sometimes,
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
And to answer your question, Mark Covington, I am still doing lawnmowers, and it is going pretty well. That's actually one of the reasons I quit my job, was so I would have more time to do that. And that way I can work, I can do my own hours, I'm able to do these trips like I'm doing. I don't think Louis Rossman actually has a car. He mentioned before that where he's at, he'd rather ride a bike.
Well, somehow one of the screws fell, but 3 is fine. I probably have an extra one in there I can put in. Let me go ahead. I need to check my my battery because we've been doing this for
You're about quarter.
Actually, that's a half. That's actually not too bad.
Actually, I was thinking, why don't I take apart this AT to XT, see what they have in it.
Yeah,
go. You want to catch up on that?
Yeah, go right ahead. I'm going to go ahead and clean this off.
Yeah. So,
and we're going to go ahead and get Eric back in. Watch your foot. I don't want you to trip on that.
Isn't that what lawsuits are for?
The what?
Ain't that what lawsuits are for?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you ain't going to get much money.
Yes. I can say the same about mine. Alright, so we tested this adapter earlier in the live stream. I mean, I don't know how long we've been going, probably about 2 hours, right?
Yeah, I would say. Let me check real quick. Here we go.
The adapter is called
hour and 35 minutes.
Called the AT to XT keyboard adapter. It does just that. It turns your turns an AT keyboard to work on an XT computer. And I want to take it apart because I like taking things apart. Anybody that's ever watched my channel probably realizes I like taking things apart. Even if I don't know what I'm doing. Actually, especially if I don't know what I'm doing.
That's right. And if Eric doesn't mind, are you going to need me for a minute?
Probably not.
I am going to get something to drink. So I'm just going to slide right by you.
I'll take a rum and Coke.
I got the Coke. I probably got the rum. I don't know if I got the Coke.
I'm just joking. I don't actually drink.
Not me neither.
Alright. Okay. Alright, so there's a little chip in here, a couple resistors. Let me see if I can get this completely. You know, I don't know if I really want to take this completely out of here. Hold on, I gotta. Let me pull that. I still have the chat up here. Hey Eric, can I get a shout out for my friend Jack Hamilton? He's a new subscriber. Yes, you can. Okay, I did not know that, Jay Wilson. That Lewis has 2 channels. The random live channel tells the Tesla story. I was unaware of that. So, as you can see, this has 2 DIN connectors. One is the PS2 connector, and the other one is the 5-pin DIN. I don't want to take it apart any further because of the glue that holds all this together. So there's a little chip in here, and I'm going to Google the number on it, if I can see it. 12F 629. Microchip technology, one-click purchase and power. Let me see what this is. So basically, this is a RISC 8-bit flash PIC PIC CPU 20 megahertz CMOS, and that makes sense. There's a jumper in here, JP1. Then you have a couple resistors, and then the DIN. I mean, it really is a pretty simple device, but it probably required a lot to figure it out. Yeah, this is that chip is a whole 76 cents on Microchip Technologies. There is a, well, let me see. But yeah, it's just a little 8-pin chip. And let me download image, that way I can pull that up a little better. Look sideways. Yeah, it's a pretty simple chip. You got the VD, D, VSS, and then you got the inputs and outputs. Pretty simple. Let me see. Chris Garrett says something here. Pull that up. That's a lot. My external hard drives always wind up being internal. My 4 terabyte power connector was going bad. I went ahead and took the drive out before I shorted out the hard drive and lost data. So, funny you should say that. I have a 4 terabyte Western Digital external, and it takes. Where'd my cable go? Anyway, it takes the same cable that my external. It's at USB 3, but it had two connectors. If that makes sense. You know what I'm talking about. That USB 3.0 that had 2 connectors, or not 2 connectors, but the 2 like the Galaxy S5 had. Well, anyway, that port is bad on mine, and unfortunately, that is soldered directly to the hard drive. So I can't just make it an internal hard drive. I want to. But yeah, I used to buy a lot of the external hard drives because for some reason they were cheaper, and then I would just pull the hard drives out and make them an internal. But yeah, so that's what the inside of that is. It's really apparently not that special. It's just a regular PIC 20 and. But Matthew is back.
Yep, I'm here. I'm just looking at the comments. Cameron Clark goes, "Hey Eric, can I get a shout out for my friend Jack Hamilton? He's a new subscriber."
I did give Jack Hamilton a shout out.
Okay. Let me see. I think we got everything covered here. There was a pinball machine called Xenon. I don't think I remember that. Do you?
I don't. Huh. Now, most streams get to see me yawn really hard.
I know. I don't know how much longer. We've been going for about an hour and 40 minutes. And
so, how about this? It's like, if anybody has questions, post them now or within the next 5 minutes.
Q&A time. T-minus.
We can probably, like you probably sit here, point your camera at you, and I'll tilt mine up or just leave it as it is.
Either way,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll go ahead and, so if we're done there, yeah, I'll go ahead and do this. Kind of move it towards me as much as I can. There we go.
Oh.
You guys can kind of see me there. Is yours still good?
Mine could probably be tilted up just a hair, but I'm not worried about it.
Let me see.
That's probably good enough.
There we go.
What's 2 plus 2? The 2 plus 2 I know there's a carburetor cleaner by Berkable.
Or 4.
Unless you mean 4.
Oh man, hang on, wow. That's really washing me out there. Making me look like a ghost. Yeah. I guess it's not too bad. But yeah, so what do we got going on here? We got 16 watchers, 151 playbacks. Wow. Once again, I'm going to give a shout out to Mark Covington and Danny K for the 2 super chats.
And 2, that's hard.
Got any more questions or comments? I'm going to go ahead and answer them now. I'm going to turn the gain down a little bit because I'm probably killing everybody's ears right now. It's 20 to 9 and I needed something to drink, so I made myself a good cup of decaf coffee. Incidentally, the Walmart brand, great value brand of decaf coffee is really, really good. I can't drink the caffeinated stuff at night, but this stuff actually helps me sleep.
Yeah, the funny thing is with my ADHD, I can drink caffeine all day and still sleep.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Actually, they say that a person with ADHD, caffeine helps them relax.
Maybe that's why I feel better during the day.
Like, could be.
I never
Oh
thought
wow,
about
my
that.
ear redneck just came out.
Oh my gosh! And you
Oh.
know what? I just realized something. I put your mic in my pocket when I went downstairs because I didn't want Dad to start asking questions. So you guys probably hadn't been able to hear me.
Well, these have a pretty good pickup.
Okay.
Actually, we probably don't even need the pop filters on them.
No.
This is more for wind.
Oh, but I
I
like
probably
the way
sound better
I like
now.
the way it looks. It looks so poofy. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But
Thanks, Brad. I had fun too. I'm hoping we can maybe do this tomorrow. It depends on if Eric's willing to stay another day or if he can.
I might have to talk to the wife about that.
Now, that's okay. I'm just glad he was able to come down for this.
Because like a lot of people ask on my channel, like, "Hey, why can't you do this? Why don't you do that?" It's like, dude, I got a family. Like,
That's right.
It's like I don't mean that to be rude, but it's like when I started my channel, I was single, and now I have a family. So there's only so much. You know what's funny? Jonathan Grindle's "Hey, long time no see" showed up on my phone before it showed up on your screen.
Oh no. He must be looking at both of them simultaneously.
No, I'm looking at yours.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're
no,
watching mine?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was watching his stream.
No,
I didn't get that.
I'm pulling your. I got your comments up.
Jay Wilson said, "Good night. Nice treat to have a company." It is.
Yes.
It really is. Now, if we don't get to do this tomorrow, we're going to try to go to some thrift stores. I actually filmed a vlog today, but instead of uploading it because I'm getting pretty tired tonight, I'm probably going to make it a multi-day vlog. You'll see Eric's.
I'll probably edit mine tonight, and I mean, there's not much to edit. Just put it together. It came on mine same time his dinged. Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, I'm glad.
Well,
he was
the
able
ding
to
was
help.
his Facebook.
Was it? Let me see. Oh yeah. I gotta check. The. You know what? Either that's your. Oh, that was. I thought the cat was under the bed.
You know, I never thought about that with the screen protector. Did you? Oh yeah, I think you mentioned that at the beginning.
Yeah, my fingerprint reader doesn't work with that well with the screen protector. I actually think I'm going to remove the screen protector.
So tomorrow's forecast is 96, mostly sunny. Other words, hell.
Oh, I get a good walk in tomorrow.
I'm not.
No, it's really warm for him.
I can't believe I'm trying to move to Georgia because holy crap, it's hot.
Matt, I was going to suggest something if...
Hey,
no, most PCs have max
any of you that
RAM speed.
crap,
I did know that, Jonathan, but as far as I know, the RAM stick that was in that laptop was original, and I actually switched out a bunch of the sticks, so I don't think that's the problem, but I appreciate the tip on that. All right, folks, I am actually going to end my stream here. Oh, you got
so
something?
for Frog SMS Coat, we actually did a teardown on my IBM 5160 as well as tested this AT to XT adapter. And as far as what time it is here, it is 8:41, and it is our audio is low. Sorry.
Oh, I'll turn it back up. I turned it down.
No, this is on mine.
Oh, that's your stream? Okay.
Yeah, so right now my camera was kind of pointing at my chest too, so.
Yep, I am getting a little bit more like Carrie.
But yeah, it's 8:41 here.
All right, folks, that is it. I am going to have to end my stream because I can tell that my battery is really starting to get low here. I'm at 1 bar.
Yeah.
I should have turned
end this one here too.
All right, folks, thanks for coming. If we get a chance to do another live stream, I will definitely do it tomorrow. or I just say possibly.
Yeah,
It just depends.
Yeah, we would. If we can do it, we can do it.
All right, folks. Have a good evening, and as always, have a blessed day, everybody.
Have a blessed day.